2018 was a banner year for games overall, but can we take a minute to acknowledge some of the amazing console exclusives that released last year? There were so many.
Right? I mean, it was really hard to choose from, so let's take a look back at our personal favorite console exclusive games of 2018 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and 3DS.
We each have our own favorites, and who knows, there might be some crossover there.
Most likely, but remember, since all these games are already available, see if you can pick them up pre-owned to save yourself some money. Ask a guest advisor at your local GameStop to find out if they have them in stock.
First up, let's talk about our picks for our personal favorite 3DS games of 2018. Kiba, why don't you go first?
Well, my pick is Luigi's Mansion. So this is the remake of the original game from the GameCube. You can play as Luigi in search of Mario in this haunted mansion. Capture ghosts, booze, and even more with the Poltergust 3000, and enjoy the campy scares around every corner. There's a grading system depending on how much loot you collect and how much of the game you 100%. You can also do the new boss rush mode, which is like kind of going through all the portrait ghosts, and a co-op where you can play as Luigi.
Oh, I love all the puns that they've worked into this game.
It's so beautiful. And there's a bunch of collectibles to find, so it's an all-around good time. So Meg, what's your pick for 3DS?
I had to go with WarioWare Gold. This is the first time WarioWare has been on the 3DS, and it features 300 fast-paced micro games, which you gotta love their micro games. They're so good. So you use the touchscreen, tilt the system, push buttons, and use the mic to succeed, which is always fun, like blowing on your 3DS. And as you progress, things speed up and the micro games get faster, which creates a really frantic, fun experience that really tests your reflexes.
Yeah, I can't even get into that fast-paced stuff. That's just a lot.
I love it, because you're just like scrambling, you're all over the place trying to get these micro games and not lose your streak, and it's fun.
So let's talk about our picks for the Switch for 2018. Why don't you start?
I'm gonna go with Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, of course. I'm playing Eevee, but both are great. So in this game, you head back to the Kanto region with your partner Pokemon and encounter true-to-size Pokemon, which is awesome. And you catch them by using a throwing motion, kind of similarly to Pokemon Go. Shiny Pokemon, which are super rare alternate color versions of Pokemon, are back. And in this game, something I really love is that they're easier to catch. You still have a challenge. It took me several hours to get my first shiny, but it's a little bit easier than like needing to hatch like 1,000 eggs, like in other Pokemon entries. So instead of riding a bike, you can actually ride around on your favorite Pokemon. Snorlax is my favorite.
Snorlax is my favorite too.
Yes, because your character and Eevee just cling onto his belly and he kind of like tromps around, and it's great.
It's cute.
So I know you put some serious hours into Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
I did.
But what's your ultimate pick for the Switch?
I see what you did there. The ultimate pick is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I've been playing Smash Bros. Since the Nintendo 64. You can play over 70 characters from every Smash Bros. Game. Everyone is here. There's a new adventure mode called World of Light where you have to collect spirits and save all the other fighters from losing their light, basically. And it's really challenging, it's really fun, and it puts a lot of strategy into the game. And you can even use those spirits to power up your fighters in actual battles. And now, if you can pick up the Fighter Pass, you get Joker from Persona 5, which was announced at the Game Awards, and 4 other mystery fighters for this Fighter Pass. I think it's really cool to see Persona join the battle.
That reveal was crazy.
It was ridiculous, but anything can happen now, so who knows what those other 4 fighters are going to be.
Yeah, I have a feeling Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is at the top of a lot of people's list for this year.
Most likely.
Up next, let's get into our picks for Xbox One. What's yours?
So mine is Forza Horizon 4. So it's a new installment in the award-winning racing sim. It was the winner of Best Racing Game at the Game Awards, which, I mean, every year it's come to expect it because they're just so good. And dynamic, ever-changing seasons, drop-in, drop-out co-op, and a huge set of cars to choose from take place in this game. And now it takes place in the United Kingdom, so the landscape is gorgeous.
It is.
It's beautiful, it's really detailed, and you really get a lot out of such a racing game like this. It's just really fun.
It's interesting because I also chose an open world game, but mine's pretty different than yours.
Very different.
So I chose State of Decay 2. This is an open world zombie survival game in which you build a community, establish a base, and manage resources to stay alive. So you're kind of just constantly stressed, but it's fun in a fun way. You swap between your different survivors and build their skills, and the decisions that you make really matter. And if you make one small mistake, it can cost you a character's life.
Well, I haven't had a chance to check out State of Decay 2 yet, which I really want to. I mean, you've been talking about it, my friends have been talking about it, and that permadeath system really adds to the zombie realness, and I really need to get my hands on it.
Well, I mean, like you said, you could probably probably pick up a pre-owned copy, and I bet it's pretty affordable too. I'm just throwing that out there.
I see what you did there. That was very smart, good segue. Okay, let's move on to our personal favorite PS4 game of 2018.
You're never gonna guess what mine is.
No, I have no idea.
Detroit Become Human.
Oh, what? No way.
Yeah, I love this game so much. In the game, you jump perspectives between 3 different androids as you play through an immersive, fantastic story in a world where androids are becoming self-aware, which I love this concept. And this was developed by Quantic Dream, who are known for their work on Heavy Rain, Fahrenheit, and Beyond Two Souls, which are also fantastic games.
Love them.
And the story depends very heavily on the choices you make as you go along, kind of like with State of Decay 2. If you mess something up, you could lose a character's life, and then they're gone for good from the story.
Well, I played a lot of Detroit Become Human. In fact, I almost picked it as my PlayStation pick because it's so good and I love all of Quantum Dream's work. But for my pick, I decided to go with something very different.
Yeah?
This is the Persona Endless Night Collection. So this is 3 full games in one bundle. If you like the JRPG series of Persona and you like dancing games like Just Dance, you can combine both for this amazing, fun adventure. There's additional characters and modes and tons of dancing to take part in, including VR compatibility to be really immersed in the dancing magic.
That's great.
Which is awesome. Play as your favorite Persona 3, 4, and 5 characters in an all-out dancing fun night. And the download code for Persona 4 may not be available right away, but you can get dancing with tons of content already with Persona 3 and Persona 5.
Yeah, you've got plenty of dancing already.
Yeah, lots.
Now, those were just our personal favorite console exclusive games from last year, but there were so many others that were just as good. It was really hard to choose, like you said. We've got Spider-Man, Sea of Thieves, Super Mario Party.
And I, of course, loved Octopath Traveler, Detective Pikachu, and the 2018 Game of the Year winner, God of War.
As we mentioned, all of these games are available right now, and every one of them is worth playing. So check to see if you can pick up a pre-owned copy at your local GameStop store and save yourself some money.
After the break, Meg and Melanie head back to Raccoon City to talk about Resident Evil 2. GameStop TV will be right back.